So Dave Smith, the comedian, who is a Jew, but he's completely anti-Israel and thoroughly believes that they're committing a genocide, has now been forced to admit that Israel is not actually responsible for everything bad in the world, because he's got people coming at him now saying that Israel is responsible for Charlie Kirk's assassination, which is completely ridiculous. So we're going to watch a little video of him and what he has to say.
Just try to stay away from that bad force. And I should say, one more thing that I just, because I, of whatever, I don't even want to like get into the politics of any of it, but I did see, Ian Carroll, and I'm not trying to like personally blast him or anything like that. I'm not starting any feuds or nothing like that. I've said nice things about Ian in the past. I know he's said nice things about me, but I see him out there and I've seen a bunch of other people doing this, but it's just like, if you want to go look through it, I mean, it's just crazy. But like, he had this post about how Israel did this. Israel just murdered Charlie Kirk. And you know me, I don't know. I'm biggest fan of Israel, but I literally just replied and I went, what evidence do we have that Israel was involved with this at all? And I mean, man, if you want to be disturbed, like go look through the replies to that. It is unbelievable how people put together theory. They're like,
What evidence do we have that Israel is committing a genocide when the Palestinian population has actually grown over the past few years? It didn't reduce, it's grown.
evidence you have? By the way, the answer is none. We have absolutely no evidence. There is absolutely no reason to even suspect that is the case, let alone to determine that it's a fact. And all the things people are posing, it's just like, guys, Jesus Christ, man, I'm sorry. I just don't go for sloppy, kooky theories. Like, if you got some evidence, bring it to me, and I'll be the first one to look into it. But then people going like, he was waking up to Israel. Like, dude, he said release the Epstein files, and he once on an interview said like, the pro-Israel people are getting a little too crazy when they're accusing even me of being anti-Israel, but that's about it. And like, to his credit, he defended like having me at the thing and having Tucker and Megan there and stuff, but like, you've just got no real theory here, and it just makes no sense at all. Like, telling me the government of Israel took out their number one guy who still had influence amongst young people. I don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me at all. And I don't think it's like, I don't think it's like, I don't know. I think honestly, in a way, I think a lot of those guys might have fallen into their own dark force where they're just so wrapped up in blaming Israel and blame for everything that you start to see it, or you kind of desire that conclusion before you've even reached it. But I think like anyone, like, let's just fucking breathe on this for a little bit. Let's get I'm again, as I say all the time, I'm not against a conspiracy theory. I love a good conspiracy theory. Lots of them are true, but like, you gotta like have a case to make. You got to have evidence, a coherent narrative, a through line, different, things that back up your assertions. It can't just be this like, just, I don't know. We'll just say that. We'll say it was them. Who cares? Like, I hate that shit. I should say, and I'll probably wrap up here.
That was weak, in my opinion. He should have been a lot more harsh, because that's completely ridiculous. And he's afraid to offend somebody who's literally spreading hateful lies about Israel online. Dude, he needs to go learn something about Israel himself, because he also shares false information with no evidence online himself. I think he should have been a lot more harsh, because this is clearly insane. Like, he should literally, this should show him that people do actually just completely make stuff up and blame the Jews. This is something that he has participated in himself. While I'm glad that he called out that obviously it wasn't Israel that did this, and vaguely gave an explanation because there's no evidence, but he should have been a lot more harsh, in my opinion. I don't know, like, we just saw in a video that I posted recently that there are people online, other people that believe that and believe that Charlie Kirk was anti-Semitic. That's one of the things that the left are saying about Charlie Kirk, that he was anti-Semitic because he said that he thinks that Israel needs to calm down on a couple things. He was friends with Netanyahu. He had him on the show. They were cordial, friendly. He praised Israel all the time and talked about how they're not committing a genocide and gave a bunch of facts about all of that. I don't understand how these people can be so stupid and conspiratorial to believe things with absolutely no evidence. It's all just Yahtzee propaganda. That's all that it is. These people are literally, the left is literally becoming the thing that they claim to hate the most. They are fascists. And not all Democrats, you know, some of the Democrats have come out and spoken against what happened to Charlie Kirk and spoken in disgust of what has happened. Some Democrats have actually said we're never voting Democrat again. So I like to see that happen, but there's still way too many crazies over there just taking in all this Yahtzee propaganda and fueling all of this hate and spreading all of these lies. That's literally what they did, was tell everyone that the Jews were responsible for everything bad in the world. It's still alive and well. We know that. We know that. They don't understand it, but we know that. I'm glad that Dave Smith came on and rejected this, but I really think that he needs to start learning more about Israel and what's actually going on and stop spreading his own lies. So tell me in the comments, what do you guys think about this? Press the like button. Make sure to subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you on the next one.